Well, we are in Mirror Est at the home of Judge and Mrs. Otto. We're celebrating, actually it's a farewell party. It's kind of a celebration. Our Spanish students from Marymount that were visiting us are going to be going back to Spain on the 25th. So the Ottos were kind enough to open up their home to the students and all of the hosting families in order to give them a farewell. Well, at Marymount, we have international students that are coming from all parts of the world. They come here anywhere between 2 weeks and an entire year and everywhere in between in order to learn English. But it's not just an English-learning program, it's also, well, we offer many different activities. Summertime is our busiest season, and we offer such things as a cinema camp, photography, a program called Discover California where they go around to different museums and theme parks and local attractions. Yeah, we do keep them busy, so it makes the hosting experience very pleasant. It's as important for me that my host families are having as good of an experience as my students are. It was for me to be able to bring someone from Spain and offer that experience to our local Peninsula families is really one of the greatest things about this job for me. The stories that I've heard from the families, I mean, I know that several of them have already made plans to go to Spain as well. So, hosting an international student really is something that's quite special in that it's very common for host families to receive invitations to weddings, baptisms, birthdays, and you have a friend in another country. So when you go, if you're hosting an Italian student, for instance, and you go to Italy, you are not going to be arriving as a tourist, but you're going to be arriving as a guest, and that certainly does put a completely different dynamic on your trip to Italy or to anywhere else in the world for that matter. Really 99% of the host families here in the Peninsula have had fantastic experiences. Most of them are new to the hosting experience, and they're reluctant at first, but I show them what the possibilities are and the different things that could come about from hosting an international student. So it has been a wonderful experience for all of the families, yes. Well, it's very important for me. I go out and I visit all of the families personally. I do this in order to get a good sense for the family, of their personality, their schedule, and which type of student would best suit that particular family. It's important for me to do this to be able to put in the correct student and age range, etc. within a home, especially if they have never hosted before. So I come out and I visit the families. We ask some questions and we keep a file. And as students are coming in, then I call the hosting families and I let them know that certain students are available, and based on their schedule and willingness, and we would place this with students either once or multiple times. Summertime is our busiest season, as I mentioned, and we receive about 300 students or so throughout summertime. The stays during summer are on the shorter side, between 1 week and 6 weeks. So the students would be picked up by us from the airports. We take them to the hosting family's house, and they come with a calendar of activities so the families know what they're going to be doing. And also we try to put on events such as this one in order to create community. A lot of the hosting families from this group in particular had a campaign with Mary Star of the Sea Church. And so many families responded from Mary Star for this group in particular, and they did not know that other families were hosting. So as I interviewed them and I mentioned some of the other families, they got a kick out of it because like, oh yeah, I grew up with this person, or yeah, I know this person, etc. So we also provide them with the information of the other hosting families from the particular group in order to create community so that they can get together with their visiting students in order to go to Disneyland or to Redondo Beach Pier or wherever else they'd like to go. Well, there's an enormous variety of activities. We like to keep it interesting. Depending on which program they signed up for, they can do anything from Getty Center, Huntington Beach, Redondo Beach Pier, Disneyland, Universal Studios. I mean, pretty much all of the major attractions here in the Southland, we take our students to go and see as much as possible. Well, they can contact me directly. My office is at Marymount College, and either send me an email or give me a telephone call. My telephone number at my office is 310-303-7358. And my email address is adavila, that's ADAVILA, at marymountpv, like Palos Verdes, .edu.
We've hosted students before for longer periods of time from other countries, but since I speak Spanish and teach Spanish, it was really great getting to have some kids come from Spain, and my girls are just wonderful. And unfortunately it's going to end soon, but I highly recommend anyone, you know, that has the least bit of desire to just try it, because you learn so much about other countries and cultures. And tomorrow we're going shopping in Beverly Hills. You know, it's wonderful that the kids get to stay with families, because they see much more of a slice of life than if they were in a hotel or a dormitory. And we've had fun. I mean, we have a 4-year-old at home who's really enjoyed both the girls.
Oh, great.
And he's been learning some Spanish, and they've been listening to him and learning some English. And but really they kept him very busy, and most of the time they didn't come back until 6, so we only had him on Sundays. But even one Sunday they took him to Disneyland and they took him to Universal Studios that same weekend, so they've kept him busy.
I like it very much because it's a different culture, different things, and I have learned a lot. And I have previously been to Toronto, and I think it's kind of America, but this is different. And I have been to American parties and all American culture, and I have liked it.
My oldest son is gone part of the time, so it was like having another brother for my youngest one back home again, and he just blended in like part of the family. So we thoroughly enjoyed having Miguel, and from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. on weekdays, and then on Saturdays they're busy from like 10 till 6. So it's really only one day a week that you have available to entertain them. And for us, I think we might have enjoyed being able to spend more time doing things outside of the program.
Yeah, I have been playing music for about 8 years, and so I brought here some sheet music and I played it for Nancy.
Great, nightly entertainment too, huh?
Yes, I missed it because my boys had taken lessons for many years and stopped, and I have missed it in the house now for about 4 years, so it was a welcome addition to have the music back.
Right, well, the school does a very good job of keeping them busy, and they've organised a lot of programs for them, and they pick them up from school and they take them to school, and the kids are very well organised themselves. When they come from different countries in Europe, they already know to wake up and be showered and help themselves to breakfast and so on, so it's so refreshing to see them just getting on with everything, and it's nice to be part of it, and they're just terrific kids, so it's a great experience. Oh yeah, Pablo will always be welcome to come to our house with his family, yes.